messages there from residents and stuff, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. So it's
I'm hearing an awful lot at the doors now. What I'm hearing is about disability, mental health, and hospitals, and immigration and housing. Okay, and the cost of living, but mainly it's older people who are talking to me about hospital waiting lists. And I'm finding now that it's all the older people who are the awake ones. They're all sitting there going, "We know what's going on. We're not stupid." You know what I mean? And it's the younger crowd. Like you get the odd one that'll tell you. I have a video there from yesterday. I'll play it for you in a while. Gavin, did you see that one where your man came back at Val and started telling her to get the phone out of her? Oh, it was horrendous thing to be saying to a woman, while out canvassing. Disgraceful, But Anthony's dad's not too well, so if he's listening, Pat, speedy recovery, mate. Please God, everything will be all right.
Mind yourself, take it easy, and sending lots of love to Anthony as well.
Yeah, because listen, I was talking to him today, and he's a lot on his plate here now. And listen, it's bad enough that we're going out canvassing and doing whatever, but this, like, I had it 2 weeks ago with my mum. My mum had a very big, major operation 2 weeks ago. And everything came to a standstill for 3 or 4 days. I couldn't do anything, I was worried sick about her. And even when you're out canvassing, you're worried sick and you're coming back in and there's nothing worse than having one of the parents sick, you know what I mean? There really isn't. And please God, speedy recovery, Pat, speedy recovery. I have Councillor Glen Moore also down here. I'll bring Councillor Moore up. Hello there, my good friend. How are you?
Am I late?
No, you're not late. No, you're not. How are you getting on with the canvassing, buddy?
Sort of hit an obstacle. I've run out of leaflets, so most of the leaflets are gone out. So I'm happy where I am, but I wish I had more, to be honest.
How many leaflets did you get? You got 30,000 leaflets, did you not?
40,000.
Holy Jesus, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, fair play to you, Glenn. You're like Speedy Gonzales.
Jesus Christ, man, fair play to you.
48,000 is the number for the household. So I've sent about 40,000 out and another 28,000, which is the litter one. So well ahead of it. So I just need ones for hand in order to knock at the doors. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I got 10,000 and I've 2 boxes left. So I've about 3,000 left, I'd say. We went out today, myself, my sister, fair play to Miriam, thanks very much for coming out with me today, and Veronica, thank you, Veronica. And I had my niece with me the other day and her friend done Foxfield, Kilbarrack, both sides of Kilbarrack. And I have to say, Glenn, I'm not just saying this, like you're probably the same. I'm getting a great response. People are really, really warming to it, especially the older women now are warming to me now, I have to say. It's great. Yeah, the older women seem to keep me talking at the door that bit longer, that sort of way.
Oh, yeah.
It's brilliant now. I have to say the response is really brilliant. Honestly, it is.
Yeah. It is brilliant. I just hope to God that it, transcribes on Friday. Do you know what I mean? That these people all go out and vote differently.
Yeah. Vote Nationalists only there, Letitia Logan. Yeah. Welcome, Letitia. Vote Nationalists only. You're right.
Yeah.
Ireland for the Irish. And what have we got there? They need 100% and they need support and they need old school response, Paul. They do. Yeah, old school. That's what we need. Speaking of schools, did you see my video where the school principal wanted my poster taken down and everything else? So she didn't get a good response, I'll tell you, from anybody, like, you know what I mean? She got 1 or 2 that slagged me off, but the rest, Jesus, I think it got 60,000 views. So yeah, on her head be it. I put up another poster down the road as well, just to annoy her. So hey, it is what it is, So call back to the elderly and let them know you're not forgetting about them. I won't be forgetting about the elderly. I will look after. Listen, I look after everybody in Dublin Bay North. I will be a voice in Dublin Bay North. You know what I mean? Like, as I said, I knocked on, I'd say 500 doors today. The 3 of us knocked on about, I think I got rid of 600 leaflets. When I say I got rid of them, I don't mean got rid of them. We knocked on about 500 doors. Probably 400 people answered the doors. A lot of them were old people. A lot of them told me they would vote for me. A lot of the young people only looked at the leaflet. Oh, Paul Fitzsimons, we watched the show. Yeah, you will definitely get my number 1. So I think we're going to do very well here. I must check the bookies odds there now and see what I am now. I was at 33 to 1. I don't know, but that's all bullshit anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But I was telling Doran, I'm only off the phone to Doran. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I had to laugh today. It was just so funny. I knocked on this door, right? And this man answered. And I just knew by him, like, he was not happy, like, you know. And he was like, if you're Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, and I was like, no, I'm with the Irish Freedom Party, so that was grand anyway. So we chatted for a few minutes and I was thinking, oh God, this lad, and then all of a sudden, right, I could hear this movement at the door and he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He said, I need to close this door. He says, in case the dog gets out, he said, he says, don't be afraid of the dog now. He was an American pit bull dog, right?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
And I said to him, oh, Jesus. I said, I've no bother with dogs. I said, I'm not afraid of them at all. I said, can I see him? Did I see him? I went in, the dog nearly got up on top of me, nearly sat me. And I'll tell you, by the time I left that house, I had their number ones and all down to the dog. Because the dog liked me.
Yeah, but that's all you need. That's all you need, you know what I mean? But we knocked into one house today and there was 2 of them American bulls, the big bullies.
Yeah,
Jesus, man, their heads were bigger than mine.
Yeah.
And I tapped on the door, but they were going mental. Next thing, your man just stuck his head around. Paul Fitzsimons, I know who you are. Yeah, you were getting my number one. Happy days.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I swear to God, like, with the animals, Doran, you got that as well with the animals, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I know, it was great. I got a couple of houses I went to and stuff, and they asked me about animal cruelty and stuff like that. And of course, I brought Orla into it straight away and told them to check out the candidate in Carlo. We were all up cruelty.
You see, I just make you guys look good.
Well, hey, someone has to. But I have to say, Orla, you're getting a great response. Your videos are getting great responses everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? People are commenting on them. I think all our videos are doing very well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I have to say, and I'm getting a great response. Like, I was in Rathvilly, was it yesterday? And a guy stopped me on the street. Do you know what I mean? Because he knew me and from the videos and all that sort of stuff. And it was great. Like, and they're doing absolutely brilliant. Like, even the photograph of myself and Anthony in the coffee shop is up at 1.7 thousand people have seen it. Like, the way you can see the view thing on it.
Yeah.
And Martin and I in the car now, that's done really well. I think that's coming up to nearly 3,000 views as well. Like, but just, they're only running a few days. They're not even running that long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's brilliant.
But look, I suppose you have to do them and that's it, isn't it?
No, yeah. Well, by us doing them, people can see it's not just a one-man show. It's not just the Hermann Kelly show. It's the Paul Fitzsimons show and the Orla Donohoe show and the Glen show and the Doran show,
Yeah. Glen, where are your videos, Glen?
You've asked today and yesterday, and I didn't have any posters. I didn't have any leaflets to go out with. So
I'm going to bring Anthony up here now. Anthony's at the dropping in there now. I know he's busy.
Anthony.
Hello, my friend. How are you? How's your dad?
Well, how you doing? How's it going?
How are you?
How's your dad?
He's getting there. Well, look, I don't know, to be honest with you. We'll find out more in a few days, but not well at the moment, but hopefully better soon.
Good. You look tired, mate. You look tired.
Yeah, it's Jesus. I tell you, I always said this: if you had a camera following us around for the last few weeks, would have made some TV show. The twists and the turns and the drama and everything. Like, people couldn't believe it, But yeah.
That's what I was just saying there. Your dad's sick this week. My mom was sick 2 weeks ago. It's people think this is the good life we lead. You know what I mean? That we're just here for the good times. You know what I mean? Like, we have lives to lead outside of this. You know what I mean? We have kids. We have family who are sick. We have, people don't realize the sacrifices that we have actually made to do this. You know what I mean?
Well, look, I was lucky, and I give a shout out to my canvassing crew today, because I wasn't up for the doors, and they took leaflets and they went and put up signs. And I didn't even feel I was up for this, but I have to say, I think I owe it to everyone here and everyone watching to do this at such an important time as well. And a big shout out to you, Paul. In fairness, you run around, you do your canvassing, you set up these shows. You're just barely off the other show with Trust the Science, and you have this one set up, and people don't know the work that goes into downloading these videos and having them ready to go while you're trying to maintain family life. So big shout out to Paul, in fairness.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Listen, we just do it, don't we? Just get on with it. There's no point in moaning. Nobody listens. I found a lot of my posters have gone missing.
No.
A lot of them. No, about 5 of them now. I have to go around tomorrow and check. But if they had it blown down, the cable ties would have still been there. These are actually being cut off the poles around Coolock. So
same as
mine are gone as well. So
I've had a few taken as well. Like that.
Glen,
yours are probably.
I was going to say, Glen, yours are probably taken home for souvenirs.
No, but mine are the same.
They were on CCTV as well. So ones in St. John's in Clondalkin. Whoever took them, the CCTV footage was actually passed on to the Electoral Commission. I wasn't responsible for this. Like someone just said it was caught on CCTV, and I sent it on for you, Glenn. And I was like, "Oh Jesus, thank you." So
happy days.
And I put the posters back up, and I put a sign underneath them. And I said, you're caught on CCTV. Just do yourself a favor. Don't touch them again. Because just get themselves in trouble.
I'm finding an awful lot of them are below eye level. An awful lot of them now are just sitting nearly on the ground, and it's Sinn Féin, People Before Profit, the Sock Dems, Ruth Coppinger. Have you seen Ruth Coppinger's ones? Ruth Coppinger's are like something from Fawcett Circus. There's pink, there's blue, there's yellow, there's green. I swear to God, it's like clown world. Like, you know what I mean? And like, she is a clown. She is a clown. That woman is anti-woman.
There is one that's actually a cartoon instead of not an actual person's face, isn't it?
Ridiculous, carry on, isn't it?
Did you see the video I did about how much of a wasteful spend it is? Like, being candidates ourselves, they should be in every village, just have one poster each in one place in every village. Leaflets should be in the local shops, 5 minutes a piece on the local radios, and that's it. There's millions and millions of wasted taxpayer money. It's disgraceful. But, like, I'm driving down and I've seen Sinn Féin girl 10 times side by side.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But it's very unfair, but it's also so unfair in the likes of us. Do you know what I mean? Not just IFT, but like, any of us, like, we don't get that government spending, like, and it is, like, you see it down here in Carlow, same thing, poster after poster after poster after poster of the same person, like, do you know what I mean? There should be a limit on, we'll say, how many you can put up and leave it at that, do you know what I mean? At least it'd be more fairer.
I'm just looking there. I don't know whether someone's Kiros Gainer Stoyanov, whoever that is, Crow on the loose, Paul.
Poor Anthony was attacked by a fog, it looks like.
Yeah, if that's been smart, you can be smart. But them people don't bother me anymore, so I'm not even going to comment on them people. The system cannot be fixed by the system. Well, listen, if we're in the system, maybe we can help out. You know what I mean? I don't know. If I get in, I will be a voice. I will speak my mind, and they will know I'm there. Trust me. But
well, I've said this several times at the door. Like, if the same people get in over and over again, nothing is going to change. We have to have new people in. It's as simple as that. Exactly. And that's how you bring about change. It's just even having a few of us.
Not only that, we need right-wing politics back into the country. All these new parties that popped up, People for Profit, Sock Dems, they're all left and far left. And we need right-wing politics back into the game. That's what I want.
Is everyone getting? I laughed, like, when somebody opens the door to you and they see the leaflet initially and they can see the green, they think you're the Green Party.
I
tell you, they are running. They are literally like gunning for the Green Party.
Yeah, and none of them. I knocked on, as I said, a couple of hundred doors. Well, about 400 doors today, 500 doors, and the amount of people who told me nobody has knocked on this door. Nobody.
Yeah, I got the same as well.
And my sister told me today, she was driving up Donohoe, and there was the ones with they're wearing pink and red on their things. I think it's the Social Democrats. They had a canvas team of about 15. She said they were everywhere. Nobody knocking on doors, just dropping leaflets off. That's all they were doing.
One of the political parties made a video. It's just one of the far left ones anyway. But they made a political video saying, we out canvassing today in such and such a state, and I remember that my friend actually sent me a video of them actually entering the estate. The estate is actually small, but they didn't knock on any doors. They just dropped leaflets in, and then their video was made like 10 minutes after saying, we got good responses.
Yeah,
I was like, you must be joking. Like, you serious?
Yeah,
he sent a video of his ring doorbell, so they didn't knock. Like,
yeah, I got that a good bit today. Now, a lot of people said to me today, nobody had knocked on their doors. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? I was the first one. They're saying all they're getting is just leaflets and leaflets and leaflets in. You know, and yeah, you know.
Have you heard the song? Have you? I shared it today on Facebook.
Is that what you said on to me today, Paul?
Have you watched it, Glenn?
No.
The Facebook, Sean. Well, I'm going to be honest, right? You're not in it, and neither is Hermann. Okay.
Okay.
It's the song about Doran's in it, Orla's in it, I'm in it, Anthony's in it. I'll tell you what I do. I'm going to share it here now, okay?
And it's very good. It's very good.
It is. It's very.
I didn't hear this.
Oh, it's good.
Way. Have you not?
No.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to play it now. I'll share
the funny thing is, Paul, Hermann's in one of the videos. Like, how was he missed? How was Glen missed?
Exactly. I don't know, but I'm going to share the screen now. Hang on.
Yeah.
You can listen to it.
No, it's a video of all the nationalists.
Wait till you hear this. This is a catchy tune. I'm going to turn off my mic here as well, right, so as it doesn't.
List of people we need nationalists, candidates, all our indeed. Vote for them, destroy you and me. Vote for nationalists, the only need that Ireland and her people should receive it out and vote. You have no excuse. Vote in the people we need. Lester Bowden, Mark Moore, Shane Mulligan and Val Martin for Cavan, Michael Lee for Clare, Jerry Hutchin, Malachi Stenson for Dublin Central, Victoria Byrne for Dublin, Fingal East, Ben Gilroy, John Oakes and Mark Parsons for Dublin, Fingal West, Diamond O'Connor, Kevin Coyle and Paul Fitz for Dublin North, Gavin Pepper, Stephen Redmond for Dublin Northwest, Garrett McCafferty for Dublin Ratdown, Laura Lee Doyle, Nick Delahunty for Dublin South, Barry Ward, Dolores Webster, Gina Hurd and Phil Sutcliffe for Dublin South Central, Jan Mack for Dublin Southwest, Patrick Quinlan, Suzanne Delaney for Dublin West, Kathy Lynch for Lawyer, David O'Reilly for Always, A.J. Cahill, Dan McMahon and Noel Thomas for Galway West, Anthony Casey, Tom McDonald for Luke O'Connor, Orla Donohoe and David Egan for Kilkenny, Elaine Moore Ally for Laois, Alan Fagan, Derek McIlverney and Tracy O'Hanlon for Ian McGauley for Rob Carey for Wicklow. Hear the people's call, a nation's plea for leaders strong, for liberty. United we stand, a hopeful sight, a brighter future shining bright. James O'Sullivan, Derek Blight, Ted Neville and Deborah O'Driscoll for Cork, Eamon McKee, Kim McMenamin and now McConnell for Donegal, Andon Begley, Gary Waters and Michelle Keane for Kerry, Dean Quinn for Limerick City, Donna O'Loughlin, Lorraine O'Sullivan and Margaret Alacock for Limerick County, Stephen Kerr for Mayo, Alan Sweeney for Roscommon, Michael Kelly Silo, Justin Fellon, Peter Madden for Tipperary North, John McGrath, Matty McGrath for Frank Conway, John Walsh for Waterford, Jason Murphy, Stephen Powell for Wexford. Ooh, hear the people's call, a nation's plea for leaders strong, for liberty. United we stand, a hopeful sight, a brighter future shining bright. That's the list of people we need. Pick a candidate for your needs. If it transfers to the people we need, there's plenty for you to pick so we can succeed. Vote nationalist #1 and replace all of the trees and the scum.
Oh my God. Paul.
Isn't that the bomb? Hello, Martin. How are you?
Martin, were you having a bit of a dance there, were you?
No, I was trying to get my web camera working.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you put on here?
It was like Paul was back in, like, you know, back in the
night. It was back raving. It was brilliant. It's a catchy tune. I'm playing it all day in the car.
Yeah.
Are you really? I'd say yeah.
Yeah. It's thumping.
Yeah, and Doran, you were featured as well. Looking like see the nice picture of you.
So only me and Hermann.
You and Hermann went. And now hold on, Brian Garrigan or Michael Burke wasn't mentioned either for some strange reason. Maybe Burke and Garrigan didn't suit the song. I don't know.
Justin was mentioned as well, but Justin's not running. I don't think.
Justin who?
Salmon.
Who?
Justin from Kildare. He's from Kildare. He ran into locals for us.
Oh, I don't know whether he was.
Is it Salmon?
Slayman, yeah, Justin Slayman, yeah.
Was he mentioned?
I believe so, yeah.
Was that you singing, Paul? No, it wasn't. It's catchy. It's a catchy tune, isn't it? But it really is. I'm going to play it again before the end of the show. I love it.
Do you know what? I'm probably glad I'm not mentioned. I'm usually under the radar for this sort of stuff anyway. Like it's the same.
You were hardly under the radar after your antics last week. Now, come on, Glen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But in the locals, everybody was asking me, it was like, you were elected for the Irish Freedom Party. Who are you? And I was like, just a member.
Yeah. How's Martin? How's things?
All good. Very, only a few days left, guys.
Yeah, and it's go. I swear to God, Martin, it's
I know, it's crazy. It's just, I was saying to Doran and Anthony today, and Paul actually, today I was just going, there is not enough hours in the day. There just isn't, like, do you know what I mean?
Hang on, Orla. Are you all right there, Anthony? Do you need to say something or something?
I was just saying, like, literally, like, it's go. I'm eating my dinner now. This is the first thing I've got to eat today since 7 o'clock this morning. That's literally the way it is.
I dropped in. I tell you what happened to me. I finished canvassing, right, and I had to come back over for Jerry Waters for the 7 o'clock show. So I rang me dad on the way in Coolock. I said, right, Dad. I said, will you put on the dinner? He had it ready and all. Get it in the microwave. I said, I have to just run in, grab it, and back out. And I was literally in the house at 5:05, and I was gone by 5:15. I was over here for 5:45, and I was doing all the shit for Jerry. Yeah. I actually text him and says, will we do a show tonight, Jerry? And he texts me at 4:30 and he says, oh, well, I'm all right to do it, Paul. If you're not all right now, it doesn't matter. We'll cancel. I thought, listen, he doesn't want to play and cancel it. I thought, I better go over and do it. So here we are,
Yeah,
but Martin, I'll have to, sorry, Martin, I'll do the thing with you now, probably one of the evenings, because I'm really, really up to me.
Look, hey, there's a ton of time after the elections as well. Like it's open there for everybody, only if you have the time. I'd like to get in. I'd like to get in there, I would. Was thinking about doing a live stream on election count day. Keep it running all day and just have people jump in and out. With election results and stuff like that.
Yeah,
what are your
exactly.
Thoughts
on that? I'll definitely do it. I'll come outside the count centre and do it.
Which county are you going to, man?
No, I'm just saying I can run a space or run a studio. Keep it open. I'm not recording. Just keep it open, and you guys can just jump in and out as info's coming out from the count centres from all around. We keep everybody apprised of what's going on.
Well, I said to you today, Martin. Anyway, I'll have passes if you want to come down to the count centre in Kilkenny.
Can do, yeah, but we'll see. I kind of like the idea of that online thing, so all the candidates can feed in, so we can just keep everybody apprised of how the IFP is doing in general.
Yeah, we can join as well.
Orla is getting around. Great idea, advertising local businesses. Well done, Orla.
Thank you. Well, look, it's nice to give them. It's nice to give them a bit of a shout out, especially leading up to Christmas. Shop local, support small businesses. But it is true because everyone's very quick just to buy online, so it is important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Paul, bring up the comment there. If someone donated €5, who was the best nationalist candidates for Limerick?
Who was the best nationalist candidates for Limerick City West? Is that Donna?
No, Donna is Limerick County.
Yeah. Who?
Limerick County.
Sorry, Doran, what did you say there?
Yeah, no, Donna's running in Limerick County, and it would be Donohoe Loughlin and Lorraine O'Sullivan. They'd be the two down there in Limerick County. Hopefully they get a seat.
Just once you're voting nationalist, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull up Limerick City West and see who's in the constituency.
I'm not sure who's there.
There was a lot of people.
Is Dean Quinn not there? I think Dean Quinn from, is it the Alliance or somewhere? He's there, I think.
1 second now, I'll put it up.
I'll be honest now, a load of people were asking me today and they were confused about voting. We go down the card, we have to put a number after each of them, do we? And I said, no. You vote 1, 2, 3 or 4 of your preference. You don't vote Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael. because that's how they got in on the 15th count the last time. Any of them. There's a lot of people I spoke to today, and they were ex-Sinn Féiners, and no, they're having none of it. Like, you know. Go on, sorry, Martin.
Yeah, just so Limerick, there's no west. It's just Limerick City and Limerick County. So Limerick City, there is the Irish People has Dean Quinn. There's 2 independents running for Midwest Hospital campaign. So I imagine they're anti-government if they're campaigning for the hospital. But 2 independents, Melanie Sheehan Cleary and Michelle Hayes. There's 2 other independents. I don't know them. And then there is 1 A2 character candidate, Sarah Beasley.
Character.
Cool.
Freudian slip. Yeah, so Limerick City only has 1 identifiable nationalist candidate, and that's Dean Quinn.
Totally. People, if you can, share this everywhere, because we need to get this out. I think we're at 500 now at the minute. So if you can keep sharing this everywhere, and
one good thing I will say about we're all candidates here, bar Martin, but Martin's in with us as our vice chair. But
what did he just say?
What? I won't repeat. Catch you well, it's fine, Orla.
But like the only thing is,
I'll watch it again, Martin. Martin, my our video in the car is doing quite well. Is it 2.7, 2.8 thousand views? Just me and you in the car. This is what happens. This is what happens when you pick up strangers on the side of the road.
Do you know if you had to put the caption "dogging with Martin" on it, you'd have got millions of views. Millions of views.
Do you know what, Paul? I was thinking the exact same thing about it, but I didn't say it.
Oh my God!
I know. Oh my God! Honestly, all we need to do is just put it up onto one of Glen's pages or something like that. It's not give all the gays a shout out to Martin.
I was just going to say Grindr would have exploded with exploring that region where it was.
Anthony, bring the conversation back.
Martin is built at this stage.
Anthony, bring the conversation back to politics, please.
Sorry, I was.
Politics. The gays have no one to defend them out there. You were the idol. You were.
You're the gay defender.
They want that. They want the calendar done, you know. And they want to see that month of December, like Orla was saying.
Anytime now, Anthony. Anytime.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to jump in. 6 is a crowd here. I've been trying to say something for 5 minutes.
Don't you suppress me, Anthony.
Go on, Anthony. Go
on. So basically, no, I was just saying that, look, the big thing is everyone listening, because there's going to be people listening from our constituencies. We are trying to hit every door. Like, I'm on my second batch. We had 10,000 leaflets going in. Glen has done 40,000 leaflets. That's phenomenal stuff, and he ran out today. But this is just shows you we are knocking at every door because we've nothing to hide. And
you know what? Hold on, I didn't knock on every door. That'd be impossible. Didn't knock 40,000.
No, but in general, we are trying to reach every door ourselves. You know, with someone side by side and as many people as possible. But we're out on the ground. So someone just said, "Do Kilmeague." I plan on getting there tomorrow, hopefully, please God. But I won't forget about it. Hopefully that person's not going to hit me across the head now or something. It's a setup. But look, we are trying to hit every single door there is, and it's just tough, you know, because I've posters taken down all over the place. They're barely up, but this is the big push. I'm trying to get rid of 4,000 leaflets in the next 4 days, and I plan on doing it too. So
just blitz an area, but drop them in, leaflet drop. I know I was doing the knocking the door for a long time, but if you're talking about an overflow of leaflets, just leaflet drop as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in Coolock now Monday evening, Tuesday evening, and Wednesday evening. I'll have probably 6 or 7 canvassers with me. We will blitz through Coolock and try and get into Darndale as well in the next 3 nights. So anyone who's watching, we will be into Coolock, Bunratty, Clonshock, Ferry Carrick, Greencastle. All around Coolock, we will be there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So look out for us. Yeah.
I have to
Glen,
say,
are you finished? Are you finished canvassing now, Glen? Yeah.
No. I'll try to get out again. I have just a few, probably maybe 100, 150 leaflets left. But every door is covered at this stage, so
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, Doran is looking for you in body and spirit in Galway, aren't you, Doran?
As I said, I reckon Galway itself is looking for you in body and spirit down here. Galway is one of the gay capitals of Europe. And as I said, since I've had a few pictures of myself and yourself up, I've actually got lads that I've known for years starting to follow me, realising that we're not a gay party or not anti-gay party, that kind of way, which is great. So I'm sure of you.
I thought the gays fleed because the most popular name was Mohammed at that time. I thought they were all.
That's Galway, I think, is it?
Yeah.
That's Galway. But
I would say though, Mohammed is the most common name.
Glenn, I feel bad for you because you always get taken as that token guy, but I think that you are a front runner in this election. Like the stuff you've been doing, the way you present yourself, the work you put in over the last few weeks, you're out the door before everybody else. Just want to say fair play to you. Really incredible stuff to see because we're all new to this, and watching yourself and Orla too in and out of the businesses there. When I walked around Carlow with you, the whole of Carlow on your side. Amazing stuff, really amazing. And I give a shout out to your interview you did on the radio during the week. I listened to it while I was in the hospital. I stepped out. Unbelievable stuff. I couldn't answer any of that better. You did amazing. So I don't know if anyone's got to listen to it. You should listen back. 2 candidates went on the radio there the other day and Community Kilkenny Radio, and phenomenal stuff. Give a listen to the 2 candidates.
The best candidate in Carlow Kilkenny won. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. No,
well, actually, you know what? They were lovely in the radio station, and the radio presenter, she was very, very nice. Now I have to say, and I was happy with it. It was good. I'm just relieved now. No more interviews this week. We're finished.
Yeah. What I'm finding as well, people are saying as well, what someone said, that other parties using illegals to put in their leaflets. They are. There's a lot of foreigners going around putting them in just indoors. You know what I mean? Cheap labour. That's exactly what they have them in for. Hello, Mickey Tip. Well done, Glen.
The Ukrainians were paid. Apparently, that was a video that.
I think Glen will get in. Yeah.
I see that video going around with the Ukrainians going out, giving the leaflets out and stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Did any of you hear the girl confronting Roger O'Gorman at the door on Friday night? Now
that's apparently Thing's wife or
Jeff's wife Sandra. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
She was brilliant. Wait till you hear this. This is just listen. This is the bomb. Let's listen to it here, and we'll come back and talk to it in a minute.
Your priorities maybe on things.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Things aren't good really in the country, are they?
Well, there's lots to fix, of course. Yeah, I mean, housing is the biggest thing, and we're hearing it on all the doors.
Housing, yeah. And why do you think it's so bad, though?
Well, we didn't build for so many years. That's the truth.
Yeah. How are you?
How are you doing? How are things, Roger? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sandra.
Yeah. Hi, Sandra. How are you keeping?
I'm all right.
That's good.
Just a bit curious about your policies.
Okay.
I would like to hear more.
Yeah. Which
particularly about immigration and Thornton Hall being literally this close to us, and we all have small children, and I'd like to know what's the plan and when it's all going to happen.
What's the plan? Well, we'd hope to see it used for accommodation. It'll be tented accommodation initially, and subsequently kind of rapid build units for international protection applicants.
The one that you tweeted invited in your 8 different languages?
No, I never invited anybody. That's a piece of far right rumour.
You didn't send that?
No tweet like that was sent.
Somebody hacked your Twitter?
No one hacked it. There wasn't any such tweet sent.
So that's a red herring. That never happened.
Yeah.
You did not invite in 8 different languages?
No.
That never happened?
That never happened.
So why have you not defended that?
I have. I've said it every time it's brought up to me on the media, on television, in the Dáil.
And have you looked into where it came from? I mean, that's serious. I mean, that's a huge part of why people are totally against you at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm aware.
The children, the tussle, the files, the abused children.
Which files now in particular?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you really going to deny all of it now? Is that another lie?
No, it's not.
Okay, sorry, we'll go back to Thornton Hall. So you're saying the guys that are here in tents or in all the IPAS centres are going to be put here, or are they new people coming in?
It will be people who are in tented accommodation at the moment will be provided.
No new people?
What do you mean by new?
As in, as they come, undocumented, unvetted, given more than our own, as we know. So you're talking about housing. We can go back to that one.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't say they're given more than our own because they've been provided with a tent compared to
there's ones intense, social. We know that, but there's a lot not intense.
There's some not intense.
Yeah, and you think this is good and we can sustain this for how long?
I think we have international obligations that we have to meet.
To who, though? We know that literally 10 of the countries, that the main top 10 countries are not war zones.
And now they're on the safe country list.
Now they are, but why weren't they for the last few years when they're coming in their droves? And we know the crime aspect that goes along with it.
We
don't. Oh, do we?
Do we? Yeah.
You're going to deny that there's a link with the migrants coming in unvetted? Yeah. Not talking about legitimate.
Anybody's unvetted. Like,
oh, don't go down that. Listen, we've enough of our own lunatics here. At least we know who they are. You know what I mean?
Are they vetted for anything?
What do you mean vetted for anything? When they come in, put your. I'm talking to him.
Yeah, you're talking to him.
Listen to me. Yeah. You know that they're undocumented.
Mm-hmm.
They've given the stats out that they literally losing their documents. Why are they losing their documents? They get on a plane with a passport. They don't get on a plane with no passport, but they lose them by the time they get to Dublin, and they're allowed in for months, literally roaming the streets as we've seen. And now, what's this even? 13,000 we're hearing. Maybe they'll start off at 1,000, 3,000. There's up to capacity for 13,000 men, less than 2 miles from my door.
No, no one's ever said 13.
Okay. Well, they have.
Look, I accept you're not a fan of my policy.
Oh my God!
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Yeah. You don't like the camera when it's not fucking RTE. These are disgraceful.
I hate that.
So
and that's Jeff's wife.
Jeff's wife, yeah.
Wow.
That's how it is, yeah.
Brilliant.
So I'd say Jeff was in our head there telling her to ask these questions, fair play. So, yeah.
I'm very surprised that O'Gorman has, the neck to even be out canvassing. I'm actually really surprised over that. I thought he'd just have people out for him.
Well, listen, he has a Garda escort with him as well, let's be honest. He's not on his own.
Of course he does.
If it gets out of hand, yeah.
But people are gunning for the Green Party, and I mean gunning for them.
Exactly. So none of them are knocking on doors because the people are going to ask them questions about this green agenda and everything else, and they have no answers to this. They've no answers whatsoever. They've ruined this country, you know what I mean? They really have. I can't listen. He'll get the Castleknock vote. Unless Susan Delaney gets down there or Patrick Quinlan or somebody. I think Susan is very appealing. I really do. She's a great candidate. And women will vote for Susan. Suzanne talks about the Tulsa Foils. She talks about, the SPHE in the schools. Things that women resonate with, you know what I mean? And I think she could get a good vote out of Castleknock, you know what I mean? And
anybody that has a family in Castleknock will not be voting for Roger. If they see what's happening with children and all that, they will not. Simply won't vote for him. So he's lost all the votes for that. Thank God.
Yeah.
If he gets in, I'd be shocked. I would be shocked.
I don't think he will. I don't think so because they're gunning. Seemingly there's some fella going around here. It's not the candidate himself. Some other fella down here in Carlow, Kilkenny, has been going around canvassing, and seemingly he because people were telling me at the doors that he's very condescending, like he's just talking down to people, like, do you know what I mean? And won't listen to them or anything like that. And so I don't think that's going to be very appealing to a lot of people.
Did you I don't think we can go without giving a shout out to Athlone today. Athlone had a march today and they showed a lot of people turned up. They showed very strong solidarity and unity there. And I think they bypassed the barriers actually walking down to the site. There is a clip here, but we might have to skip through the bit where it does show them coming together. I'll play a bit of it, Paul, and I'll skip forward a little bit to see if I can find.
Go ahead.
Okay, folks, can everybody hear me? Okay, we have a constitutional right under 40.6 of Bunrock to peacefully march where we want to be and where we want to go. Now, as you all know, the road down to the iPass is a public access road. Now I'm asking a question of each and every one of you, and this is not my decision, but I will go whatever the people in that lawn wants to do. Do we walk down that road to the end? Yes! Those of you in favour say aye. Okay, I'm going to ask this question one more time. That road down to the iPass was deemed last week, Section 21, as a private road. That is absolute total, and I'm going to use the word bullshit here, sorry kids, but that is total rubbish. Right, that's not a law. That is a public road, and you are, the public of that road. So I'm now asking, I think there's about 500 of you here. Hands up, who wants to go down that road? Okay, folks, the decision is unanimous by you, the people of that road. Whose street? Our street. Let's go do this. Whose street? Okay, go down, head down here. We all stick together now, nice and tight, nice and tight. Keep them in together, nice and tight. Keep them in together, nice and tight, John. That's it, good. Can you come back a wee bit? Can we keep this nice and tight? Nice and tight, please. Get in tight! You all ask for help in that loan. I come down here, and if you don't mind, Corky and myself will lead you down that road. Any objections? Okay, Corky, let's do this.
Adlon says no! Adlon says no! Adlon says no!
This is not a racist button. This is not a race
Adlon says no! 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 Adlon says no!
Adlon says no! Adlon says no! Adlon says
no!
Adlon says
no!
Come on! Adlon says Adlon says Adlon says Adlon says okay, we have Adlon says Adlon says no! Adlon says no! Everybody, would you please give a round of applause to the guys on the front line? Come on! Adlon says no! Adlon says...
Oh, you got it, guys, brother. Nice, man. You gotta go, we gotta go.
Adlon says... Adlon says... Adlon says...
Adlon says no! No! Adlon says no! Adlon says no!
It's not a public road.
It's a public road, Darren. It's a public road.
Adlon says no! There's a Section 21 order in force. It's not a public road. All right? You're all trespassing at the moment.
Adlon says no! Adlon says no! This is a peaceful solidarity march! This is a peaceful solidarity march! And you can shove your Section 21 up the highest part of your arse!
That's how you take power back, huh?
Just have to say,
you do it, yeah.
We just noticed the crowd. There's not just Irish people there. There's plenty of people from different nationalities. And I seen a Polish flag at the bottom. Now I couldn't
Polish flag. Yeah.
It was a Polish flag. So I mean, this whole far left narrative where they call us racism or against every other race. look into our crowds. We have plenty of people that are supporting us. They brought their families here, and they're sick of what's happening. Especially other Europeans, we're all fighting for the exact same cause. Especially, and that's why I always say, I mentioned it on this chat before, I have great respect for Polish because they're leading the way at the moment in Europe. So they just have to look back at their own people and say, look, we're going to support Irish.
You know, it shows though as well that the people can win. You know, that it's a scary moment for the establishment. I guarantee you, they're looking at it alone. There was a copy and paste template used in all these places. The people disregarded what they said because there was strength in numbers, because there was unity, because there's people traveling from all over Ireland to get there, and there's nothing they could do about it.
Exactly.
So
somebody just said there. Did you see the video of the masked people in Finglas? Did you see that one? Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually go with this now.
Antifa.
This is Antifa. Watch this now. Okay.
Get your hand down my face.
You're after assaulting me there.
No, you're after assaulting him. He's cancer. He has cancer. Who are you? Coming walking around here, assaulting people. Who are you? Who are you? Assaulting people. Who are you assaulting people? Who do you think you are assaulting people? Get over here now.
You're after assaulting me.
Oh, that's assaulting you. Go away, you fool you. Go away, you fool you. You fucking arsehole. You arsehole. Get arrest him. He's after assaulting him. He's wanting to press charges.
That's not true.
It is true, we see you. It is true, you have it. Get arrest him. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, you fool you? What are you going to do about it? Yeah, wait. There's no way now, he's a fuck. He's a fuck. Go on, do it. Do it. One, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Guard, can you arrest him? He's out there assaulting him. Guard, we want him arrested.
Take your mask off. I'm not taking my mask off.
Take your mask off. Take your mask off. Take your mask off. Yeah, pull your mask off. Pull your mask off. Pull your mask. What are you going to do? 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 Big man walking around fingers. The only time you don't be fucking seeing. None of you.
Yes, come over there. I understand, but you need to step move it back. Look, right. Move it back.
Right.
Move it back. You go over there, take a step back.
Right. Don't have to be assaulted, guard.
No.
Come here, it's on camera. It's on camera. It's on camera. There's a walking around Finglas, which is a mask and Hudson.
We have camera footage as well.
Look at this, walking around Finglas. Look at Antifa walking around Finglas. Yeah.
You racist racist.
Look at you. Who are you canvassing for? 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 Look at them all. Sorry, apologize. Right, hold on. Please step this side and let the guards sort out.
Can you put the phone down so I can talk to you? None of us have any idea.
No, can't.
Well, walk up the park and sort this out, man to man.
Everybody that you have.
Sorry, keep them out and go into the park.
For those that don't know what Antifa is, it is a far-left, politically driven group of thugs who are very organised and very politically motivated to use. They call themselves anti-fascists, but they use fascist tactics in order to silence anyone they disagree with. They themselves, even though they're technically far-left communists, they are the greatest fascists you could ever imagine.
Yeah,
and they are dangerous to society completely. You know what's pretty sad about them is that the real fascists, when they originated from, they didn't hide their faces, but these people are cowards and they hide their faces.
Antifa is designated as a terrorist organization in certain
countries.
Yeah, so say that again, Martin.
Antifa is designated as a terrorist organization in certain jurisdictions, so they are the definition of terrorists. And they know that they're terrorists because they have to hide their faces. None of us ever hide our faces. That's why I laugh when they throw the fascist Nazi and all the silly comments and stuff like that, because it's like you have no self-awareness whatsoever. You cannot fucking see into yourself at all and see what you are. And
if you look, Paul Murphy 2 years ago in the Dáil said, I am Antifa, we are Antifa. And is it the green fella, Joe, whatever, he was caught with a mask on at a mask protest in 2020. I think it was one that Hermann was at or whatever. But someone is asking here, I'm just going to say this now, okay? Orla Donohoe, why did you not go to the radio debate? Were you afraid for people to see you for the fraud you are? Orla, your daughter was sick that day, wasn't she? And you actually rang the radio station and told them this. But these are the loons that think you were afraid to go and do that. You went and done a debate the other day, which was one of the best debates we've all heard. So these gobshites, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to block anyone here, you know what I mean? But lads, come on, give it a rest, will you?
Paul, I've been putting them in timeout.
Yeah, I've seen
and like bold children, I'm going to keep putting them in timeout. We know exactly who they are, and the question.
We know who they are. We know they're from Carlow, and you know what the best bit is? They were asked during the local elections to run, and they wouldn't. They wouldn't stand up. They didn't have the balls to do it, and they think it's more important to go around flagging everybody else off. So grow up and stop being so bloody pathetic. You're a disgrace to nationalism.
Yeah, well said.
Those that claim to be a nationalist and go and attack other nationalists are worse than the communists.
Yeah, they are. They're a disgrace. They should be ashamed of themselves. Do you know what I mean? And as I said, I was coming on to that interview. Only my daughter was sick that morning. I had to keep her off school. I had nobody else to mind her because anyone who knows me knows we've no other family here. My husband was down in Cork because he was actually bringing a lady and her disabled daughter down to an interview. Down to a medical appointment in Cork because they had no other way to get down there. I rang KCLR. I told them that I wasn't able to attend. I apologised over it. And the gas thing is that several other people in those debates did not attend, including one of the TDs and a councillor didn't attend either. So I love the way I get targeted. Do you know what I mean?
It's always us. It's always us that gets targeted, Orla. And we know who is doing the targeting. As you said, nationalists fighting against nationalists are not true nationalists.
No, they're not. They're great.
I'd just like to say
pardon my French, Mrs. Doyle. Okay.
We know our political enemies and we stand face to face with them. But those that claim to be on our side and attempt to hinder us are nothing but snakes and traitors in my eyes. So if you want to and claim to be a nationalist or a true nationalist, you're a better nationalist. You will not help us. You will not help any of the nationalists in our goals.
Listen, I had videos here ready to go about my posters being burned and about who was involved and about who did it and who didn't do it. And I thought, I'm not going to show this because I'm a team player. I'd rather win this election by my own merit here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be putting out crap about other candidates. That can wait next week, and people will find out who they are and what they were. But as I said, I'm not going to put out stuff about different candidates because I'll win it on my merits. If I do win it, I'm not going to be the one who's going to be there's Fitzy, look, trying to get rid of his political opponents. He's a no opponent to me. Okay, I really don't care about any of his. Like, I run my campaign. I'm running a good campaign. And that's the way it is. Like, these people aren't even going out canvassing. So we'll see who gets the vote. So there you go.
Yeah. But like at the end of the day, we're all doing that. We're all putting up posts and we're all saying vote nationalists. Do you know? And we've been promoting that for the last few weeks. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, none of us know who is going to get in. Like we'll say this weekend, we don't know. You know, yes, things are going very well, but it's all going to depend on how people go out and vote. You know. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, as Paul said, and I've said the same thing, you want to know that you got in on your own merits from literally hard work, knocking on doors, going out there, putting yourself out there, and that every single vote, you know, you've earned yourself. And like, that's something to be proud of. Even if we don't get in, we have still done our absolute best to try and get in, you know?
Somebody's asking there, which Green Party guy was that? Joe who? Antifa Joe. What's his name? He's the Minister for Refugees or something at the minute. Joe. I'll find out now. If anyone knows, put it up there. Because there's a picture of him with the mask. And you can clearly see it's him. You know what I mean? You can clearly see, and he's been called out on it loads of times. And he denies it all the time. Joe, he's the Minister for the Refugees. Whoever the Minister is now at the minute. Joe something or other. But,
Roderick is the Minister of Integration.
Yeah, but this fella is to do with the refugees. He's the one that gets all these refugee places up and running and the whole lot. He's Joe O'Brien. That's who he is. Joe O'Brien. That's who he is. Yeah.
Well, what does he? Okay, well, I don't know what he does.
Antifa Joe. That's what he's known
That guy
as.
with the beard.
With the beard. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Antifa Joe. Yeah, that's him. Go on. Sorry, someone
Paul,
else.
Paul, do you have the video by any chance that is going round from yesterday as well, which is an utter disgrace of Simon Harris and the way he spoke to that woman who was a carer? It just shows the lack of respect that they have for the Irish people.
I'm going to play it there now. Right?
Yeah.
I work for Section 29 worker. We fought for money. Yeah, we were. We were ignored.
No, that's not.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
Okay, we can take it.
And the disability sector is a joke. You've done nothing for us. Our people are suffering. I'm very passionate about my job.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about disability too.
But there's been no mention in the budget whatsoever. You ignored them. You ignored the
No,
carers.
that's not true to say that.
Yes, you do.
It
has not been mentioned.
That's not
Keep shaking hands. Pretend
No,
you're a
but
good
if
man.
you-
You're not a good man.
Okay, well, if you don't think I'm a good
Because we
man,
don't care about other people.
He's an awful.
That could easily cost him his entire campaign. Like that's
he's a wretch. Now I tell you what I'm going to go with here. Hang on, Nick Delahanty put out a thing yesterday about this as well, about the woman being right. So I'm going to play this and we'll come back in a second.
You've probably seen the clip of this lady who stopped Simon Harris in the supermarket over the weekend. But the question is she correct?
We fought for money. Yeah, we were. We were ignored.
No, that's not.
Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
Okay, we can take it.
And the disability sector is a joke. You've done nothing for us. Our people are suffering. I'm very passionate about my job.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about disability too.
But there's been no mention in the budget whatsoever. You ignored them. You ignored the
No,
carers.
that's not true to say that.
Yes, you do.
That's
It
true.
has not been mentioned.
That's not-
Keep shaking hands.
In my view, this woman has a right to be very upset because in 2023, a €2.6 billion budget for disability services was transferred from the Department of Health to the Department of Children, Integration, Equality and Youth, and it was diluted. At the time, Roderick O'Gorman was heavily criticised for raiding this fund to push his own agenda. I've been very consistent all year in calling this out. What happened to this €2.6 billion was that it was transferred and diluted across this Category D within Roderick O'Gorman's department. The 2.6 billion was then spread across these line items in Category D, and when you read through them, it becomes pretty wild. Like, there's things in here like a national action plan against racism. Should the disability budget be going towards this? Do we even need like an anti-racism czar? Then there's protections to solve the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. Should our disability budget be divvied up to do that? Then there's things for housing asylum seekers. Again, should that be at the expense of our own disability budget? There's services for Traveller and Roma communities. Again, like, is this appropriate? Then there's €1 million worth of funding going to the National Women's Council. Like, if you look at the work that they've done over the year, it's very questionable. Like, the whole thing is wild. This lady has a right to be upset. So look, I'm the only candidate in Dublin Bay South that has been calling out this and holding the government to account. In fact, I'm one of the only people in the country doing it. So this Friday, when you go to vote in Dublin Bay South, you got to vote Nick Delahanty number 1.
I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. We don't have any candidates there, do we, running against him? I'm so sorry.
Oh, he's great. I was flattered to be in a picture side by side with him there today. You know, when I sent to you,
yes, I saw that. Yeah, it was brilliant. It looked great.
He's very well spoken. He's so sharp. I spoke to him on the phone myself a few times. He's a really good guy. I actually sat with his mother as a judge in Carlow Court a few times. She loves the show, by the way. So a shout out to her. I won't call out her full name just in case. Yeah.
We're big fans. See most of his videos are brilliant. I hope he gets in.
Yeah. No, I'd say. Did you see the 1 minute election slag? I just put this on for a bit of satire for a second.
Simon, we're so going to get elected again. I know, it's going to be so easy, Michal. Let's go.
Why are you two bozos so happy?
Go away, Mary Lou. Nobody likes you.
Mary Lou's up. I'm not the one who's wasted billions and billions of taxpayers' money.
Yeah, Simon. Why are you having a go, Michal? You're so old. The only reason people vote for you is they think you fought in the 1916 Rising. I'm not that old.
Look at the two of you, you're pathetic.
Stop being so mean, Mary Lou! Yeah, for the past 100 years, your party has been against everything this country has achieved. Yeah, it's always no, 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 like Donegal in a referendum.
I happen to think that this country deserves better than Simon and Granduncle.
I'm actually not that old. You're being really, really mean. I'm telling.
And who exactly are you going to tell?
I'm telling your dad. I'm telling Jerry Adams.
He's not my dad.
I'm telling Jerry Adams. Who's that? I'll check. Who's your daughter? Hey.
Someone's pausing. It's coming to an end for the creeps. We have all had enough lies, enough corruption, enough people attacked, enough.
Yes, I hope so.
I hope so. I really do. Like we're all getting it. We're all like hearing it at the door. Like, do you know what I mean? That people are really, really fed up. Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, the whole lot. I just hope on Friday they just come out and vote differently.
Yes, I think they will, to be honest with you.
And I will. I know I've spoken about this before, and I just want to give a reminder over it again. People are still mentioning about independence, you know, and they need to be very careful what independence they vote for. There's two different types. You have your nationalist independent and you have your other independent that you might as well be voting for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. So people really need to check out, you know, which independent, you know, stands for what before they make the vote. You know what I mean? Because a lot think, oh, yeah, I'll just vote for an independent, but you might as well be voting for Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael if you vote for the wrong one.
Exactly.
And look, guys, I'm going to plug the IFP. I know usually we don't do that. Like, look, we're all IFP members. We do have other guests on. But I will say, you know, we do have some really good policies that are resonating at the door. You know, of course, we have control on immigration. But we have we have sat down with teachers and nurses and wrote bills that we asked them what would it take for you to stay within this country to keep our qualified here. Wrote a homemakers bill that will incentivise affordable family life again. Everyone can look up our other policies as well on the irishfreedom.ie. You can download the full policy. So like we've just really solid groundwork. 700 members of the IFP and great candidates. So I will say to anyone to do check us out.
Exactly, yeah. And I have to say, this show is getting an awful lot of publicity, getting us out there too, because people were talking to me today about you as well, Anthony. I think Anthony will do well, and Orla. Glen not so much because I don't know, he doesn't talk too much on the show, whereas Orla talks a lot, and so does Anthony, and so do I. But and then we have quiet Doran here in the background. You know? But,
Doran, I forgot you were there.
Yeah, no, honestly, this show is really getting us known for people, because I must have knocked, as I said, all the doors today, and I'd say 8 people said it. Oh, will you be on the show tonight, or are you out canvas? And I said, no, the show will be on tonight. And they were all brilliant. Yeah, we'll all watch. So they're telling their friends, and then their friends are watching this, and we're up to 1,100 here now watching this live. So people keep putting this out here. You know what I mean? You can send a WhatsApp here on 089 203 1521. And you can also watch live on Fitzy the Irish channel, and theirishchannel.com/live. So people, this is getting out. Keep sharing it. Share the shit out of it, because people need to know the truth. Go ahead, Anthony. I'll let you in there now.
Yeah, look, this is our last show before Election Day. So this time next week, it's only all over. The big push on now. It's a push for us to hit the doors, and a push for you to make sure you're registered, to share videos with other people, share tweets, share X clips, share, like we've done a campaign. We have plenty of stuff out there to be shared. So do it. Try your best to make it a mission. Like, look, we might be speaking to an echo chamber to, let's say, 80% of people here listening. So make it your business to look up on your nationalist candidates. It doesn't have to be me, or it doesn't have to be Paul or anyone specific, but share it. It's really important we get a nationalist vote here. We need to get a few bodies in, a few strong bodies in, so that we can turn the cameras in the dial. We can start changing narrative piece by piece, lay the foundation for what's going to change this country in the next 5 years. That's what I do believe. So it's not up to us. We're hitting the doors. We're trying our best. We're putting our money in, our own money in. So and I know there's plenty of people here who are really diehards for the cause as well. So everybody just share it. Share everything. get talking. This is the week to get talking.
I just meant to say I won't be adding more videos to that TikTok. Shouldn't be listening to you, Orla. That first video I put up, that one where I was talking to the camera about the school, they removed it for community violation or something like that. I don't know what it was.
They're doing that. They're doing that to me as well.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like if you get a video removed, just click the appeal button and just forget about it, because what's happening is your content is being attacked by masses of far left accounts. They just keep reporting.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, but I mean,
has anybody?
But they said I was in violation of a certain thing, and I went through the entire video again, and I said
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Has anybody heard about all the fucking lefty freaks who are leaving Twitter and going to Blue Sky, and it's literally fucking a pedophile's fucking playground.
It's a bunch of pedophiles. It's also fallen. Its users and its activity has fallen already, so it's failed. Yeah.
Anthony Casey and Tom. I'm voting Anthony Casey and Tom, and then in the next one she goes, "Sorry, Paul. Well, you're not in my area, Lisa. So hey, no problem." But there's one there, Selena Brown. I've just sent your show over to Australia. Happy days. Get these people in from Australia. We're flying here now. I'm at the shared now on the Freedom Party one there now, because I think their space finished only a few minutes ago. So we're flying up here now. So everybody keep sharing this, because it's the only place you're going to get the truth, you know.
And actually, Doran has a bit of a story about what went on up in Galway with his posters, Doran, haven't you?
I'm getting harassed by one of my German neighbours. The irony of it, she's calling me a racist Nazi, the big C word. I won't even use the language that this lady's using. Poor Shane, and I'm going to say thank you, Shane. He has my back on this. He's been getting multiples of emails off her. And the same lady now has harassed the whole neighbourhood. She's totally a left-wing lunatic. She's sending emails in from the college. She's attacking my GoFundMe. And she's telling me that if I don't take my poster down from outside her window, I'm going to have Gardaí in my apartment. And endless amounts of threats. So I'm going to give her a good old Connemara Camila Falcha there later now. She's going to wake up in the morning. There's going to be about 20 posters outside.
Happy days.
Let me get this straight. She's called the guard on you for having election posters up.
Yes. Yeah. Accusing us of being racist, calling me Nazi scum, all these things. She's the list of them. There's probably about 20 or 30 messages gone in now at this stage.
Somebody is asking there, lads, if Hermann is unsuccessful in another election, should he step down to make way for fresh blood and a new vision for the party? I don't know. You know, listen, the party's the party. We'll see how it goes after the election, and we can talk about that then, you know what I mean? But listen, I think Hermann has as good a chance as any of us here getting in. You know, he's up and loud. He's putting in the hours. He's putting in the effort. So, hey, I don't know.
As I said, it's hard to know who's going to get in. You know, it's kind of like playing the lotto, really. Here, it depends who. You know, different tactics, different counties. What works in one county might work in another county. You know, so it's kind of
that's right too. Yeah, we don't know. We just have to wait until the weekend and just see. I wonder when we'll know. Like, I mean, I suppose if you're out quick enough, you're going to know. But I wonder, like, will we know Saturday evening, Sunday?
Someone's asking, is Hermann a Scooby-Doo, Fitzy? What's a Scooby-Doo? What the fuck is a Scooby-Doo? I don't know what a Scooby-Doo is.
There is a look. That is a big thing. Look, we have some strong candidates around the whole nationalist movement in different areas. Some constituencies are just tougher than others. Like, I know Martin decided not to run because he did the numbers there, and where he is in Tip North, isn't it, Martin?
There's still 11 candidates running for 3 seats. So.
Yeah, look, there's 15 running for 3 seats in Kildare South. That's why I'm thinking it's going to be very, very tough when you don't get the media, when your posters are being ripped down. All you can do is knock.
But transfers are going to be really, really important in a 3-seater with you know what I mean, because there's probably 2 clear front runners and then 1 seat is up for grabs. But it's just about it's about staying in the race with transfers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. But look, Carlo Kilkenny has 20 candidates, 20 for 5 seats.
Jesus, I thought I was doing bad with 16.
Yeah.
There's 16 running now.
How many candidates have you again? Many candidates there.
I don't know actually. Hold on, I'll just look.
I have it open here, Glenn. What's the constituency again?
Dublin Midwest.
Dublin West, Dublin Southwest.
Five seats, but I don't know how many people are on.
Dublin Midwest, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What's that, 4-seater?
5.
5-seater, okay. Right, okay.
It's not too bad. Not too bad. But look, there's no way of any of us knowing how things are going to work out. We just have to wait and see. But I'm a great believer in fate. I just think whatever's meant to be is meant to be. I think if you're meant to get in, you will get in. And if you're not, you're not. But I mean, at least we can all turn around and say at the end, we worked our arses off. Like, we have really put the hours in, and we've put our best foot forward.
I was chatting with James Conway there the last day when I was out and about. He was out in Connemara, and he's agreeing with all the other senators I've talked to and other sitting councillors and stuff. This is our practice run for 2 years' time. A government will form after this, but it'll be a multi-rainbow coalition government, and it won't last, and we will be back in for another election within 2 years' time, we reckon. And anyone I've been talking to reckons that this is basically, treat this now as our practice run. Because it's not going to last. Even when you just look at the landscape of it, you are literally going to have multiples of parties having to do a coalition government.
We will also have a massive part to play in, so it's very, very aware. Forget, like, the pieces are going to fall where they fall after the election, but literally Monday, the work doesn't stop. It's straight back in the social media, it's straight back attacking the government, it's straight back, because we have to play our part in ensuring that this unstable government does not stay in. And like I said, we know for a fact the nationalist movement overall is going to have chipped away a little bit at Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and Sinn Féin's votes. You know what I mean? We probably Sinn Féin more than anyone, but we will have chipped away at it. And if we get another go in 2 years' time, we'll chip away. And if the parties get smaller, if you can bring Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael down to 15% each, knock Sinn Féin down to about 12, do you know what I mean? The nationalist grouping could then overtake them. You know what I mean? And actually really look at forming a cohesive government. But everybody knows after the election, we have to get our shit together. And it'll only work if we all get our stuff together. And that's going to be, there's actually, in fact, the reality is there's going to be a very few small amount of people that make that decision. So if they make the right decision, then yes, we will have a nationalist government in 5 to 10 years. If they make the wrong decision, we're just going to, wander in the wilderness for forever, because we cannot take down the 100-year-old party machine singly.
Sorry, lads, I looked away for a minute and everyone stopped talking.
I was saying, sorry, I'm just trying to send texts here, messages to see can I do whatever. There's a few more texts there now. Hang on, we just go through them.
Yeah, there's a good few here. Would IFP and independent form a party? Independent Ireland, I'm wondering. I'll be honest, I'm not that sure about Independent Ireland. I don't know.
No.
I don't want to say too much and go accusing anyone of anything, but I fail to see them as a true nationalist party. I'd sooner go and shake hands with Aintu, to be honest. But look, all them things had to be officially spoken about. We had to see where the chips fall. Certainly, that's it's not a conversation for today, I suppose.
Well, I know I get asked that a good bit at the door, and I just normally say, independent nationalists. Simple as that. And as you said yourself, Anthony, maybe, I don't know, I suppose we'll have to see about on too or something like that. But if we needed numbers, but we have plenty of fantastic nationalist independents like Gavin Pepper and that, who are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I was asked by Brendan Kelly. He's Melissa Kelly's dad, and Melissa helped us with the injunction case in Coolock, and she's involved in all of these injunction cases, you know what I mean? And she's brilliant. I have to say, she's a great legal mind, she has. But he asked me, he was endorsing candidates left, right, and centre for being with the Coolock, says no to, and I says, but I was there, Brendan. He says, yeah, but you didn't say you wouldn't go into power with Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael. Like, I'm hardly going to go into power with Fianna Fáil or Fine Gael, and they're the people I want to get out, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'll make that pledge now. I will not be going into government with any of them people if I get into the doll. You know what I mean? I'll
100%.
As I said, independents, the likes of Gavin and Malachy and Jerry Hutch even, you know what I mean? Like, we'll see how we get on, you know what I mean? But I will not be even talking to them. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not even going to give an interview to RTE. As far as I'm concerned, they're fake news. They wouldn't interview us now before the election.
Yeah,
they can take a run and jump. They're fake news. I'll talk to Gript and the Journal. That's the only people I'll talk to if I do get in, I'm being honest.
Mm.
Yeah. Look,
just getting back to the question about Independent Ireland, I believe there's a load of good nationalist candidates within the Independent Ireland group. I know a few of them myself personally and stuff, and I will say they are true and true nationalists. But once again, they are a party. They're a new party, and they'll obviously have a bit of ironing out to do, I'm sure, on policy and certain things. There was a few issues there with them signing up in Europe and stuff, which I do believe that a lot of the candidates weren't too happy with, you know, within the party as well. So,
support Doran there exactly. We have independent Linda De Courcy, and she's 100% a nationalist. But you have Philip that's just left, and Elaine, one of the founders, have left it, and then the Mahali thing that happened with the European thing, and then someone just pointed out in the chat there in Oil Boyle and said the party did a 180. So I'm in the same boat as Anthony, which I'm suspicious. I really am suspicious.
I can tell you, in my constituency, 2 Independent Ireland candidates announced the exact same day a week ago. You know, and we were, I think, you seen that thing coming out, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael were funding candidates in different areas. Like the people who announced, one was unknown, the other has nothing up, even since the local elections, nothing up whatsoever about running. They just went out, they started handing out their local election candidates pictures. They didn't canvass themselves. So they got teams, they got massive amounts of money to throw posters everywhere. They're there to dilute the vote, in my opinion.
I'm just looking there. How many independent candidates are there altogether right now? Okay, with us, with the Irish Freedom Party, and I think there's 125 nationalists actually running. I think that's the number that was given out. I'm not. I could be wrong, but I'm sure it's around 125. So, Tom Garvin just said, not getting interviewed by RTE is a good sign, Paul. Yes, it is, Tom. You're right. And somebody's putting up here, don't listen to the bullshit, Orla. You're doing a great job. When is IFP going to recruit a Chinese to the party? I don't know, but listen, I like a bit of Chinese myself now, a bit of sweet and sour. You know what I mean? I'm good for that. You know.
Do you know? There's a guy in Kerry. The Chinese guy in Kerry is a member of the party.
Well, there you go.
We have plenty of people that are different.
Yeah,
of course it is.
Usually Europe, actually. We have Dimitri. Where's Dimitri from? He's
Russian, isn't he?
Yeah. He's great. I love him. Like he says, I mean, and he points out this. Like, I'm not going to tell you his story, but no, I can't. Jesus Christ, I get the poor man in trouble. But he's been out every day up in Hermann. Like he says, no, Ireland has to be saved. He'd do it for the country. He'd do it for the Irish. So I mean, it's just great to hear things like that. So.
I'm just going to talk here. Gavin Pepper was out canvassing yesterday. Okay, and well, Gavin was at a as Youngfella's baby was christened yesterday. Rian, Fergal, Pepper, and well done to Gavin. And but he was out yesterday, and Val and someone else, there was a couple of them canvassing Tesco's, and this lefty appeared beside them. Wait until you hear the abuse this man gives a woman.
How dare you shove that phone in my face?
How dare you call
You
me
are a
names?
fascist scum. If you are associating with him, you are scum.
How dare you speak to me like that?
How dare you film me?
That's disgraceful. Leave me alone.
How dare you film
Don't
me?
you call me names.
Leave
it's a
me
public
alone.
place and you've no real
Leave
right.
me alone.
You go on and leave me alone. Don't call me
You
names.
are the one harassing me.
You called me names.
Yeah, because you are a fascist scum.
No, I'm not. Now leave me alone. Go
Anybody
on.
associated with him is fascist scum.
They're having a meltdown, aren't they? It's brilliant, isn't it? That's like something that's like a Trumper, a never Trumper over in America, isn't it? Going mental.
But doesn't it just show what sort of a man speaks to a woman like that? Like, it's absolutely pathetic. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not a man.
He's famous now.
Yeah. We had an incident in Galway like that as well with Elaine. She was out helping me canvass. We were out in Oranmore. And we'd pretty much a fella come up and do the exact same thing. So I had to stand between her and your man, and I took the leaflet off him and told him where to go. But he went shouting around the supermarket like that, and then he went beeping his horn through the car park. And screaming about don't vote for us because we're fascists and all this stuff as well. Like, but they're lunatics, absolute lunatics. He was cursing and swearing. He had a small kid with him. You know, the kid should have been taken off him the way he was carrying on.
But these same people are the ones that are fascists, not us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But we're not up screaming in people's faces. We're not getting in arguments with people. Like, do you know what I mean?
This one here is at the putting up now, and I tell you, I know what she means. Emotional damage. You know that fella, the Chinese fella. Yeah, brilliant. Like Trump mentalists, yeah, they are. Yeah.
I'd like to say,
right.
Speaking about, sorry, go ahead.
I never understand that these sort of people that come out and show, you know, exactly what you're seeing there, fascists and racists and whatnot, especially the word fascist or far right. These people can never define what the actual definition is.
No.
I never get that. Like, it's done to me a country times that I've been called a fascist, and I goes, give me the definition of a fascist, and I may agree or disagree with you, and they can't even do it. And most of them turn around, you're racist. I goes, that's not the definition of a fascist. I was like, do you know the definition? It doesn't matter.
They'll turn around to you. They'll turn around and tell you you're racist. But when you ask them how you're racist, how am I racist? Because you just are. Like, because it's not a reason. Because it's not a reason. That's something like a 5-year-old child will tell you. Just because. There's no just because. I'm a concerned parent, worried about my kids. That's all I am. If that's being racist, well then, okay, I'll put my hand up and say I'm racist, but I'm not racist. It's bullshit what they tell you. And if you try to have an honest debate with them, there's none of them can talk to you. None of them.
Yeah. No, fascism is Helen McEntee and her policies. That's what fascism is. Dictatorship and oppression of free speech. People falling in lockstep with all that. Like this, I always say the extremists are in the Dáil. You know, we've talked about this before. They've polarized from the far left. They've gone to the right. You know, the authoritarianism that's there. It's Ireland is like, and I think people are waking up to it. I just hope it's in time. But look, things take time, and if it takes another 2 years or 5 years, we just have to fight that fight. Someone asked, you know, what do we do? What's Plan B in the comments earlier on? Well, there's plenty. Like, we're not going to disappear, and you can mark my words on that. We won't disappear. We're not career politicians. We're doing this because the country is getting ruined for our kids. So that doesn't, you know, that's not going to stop after next week, no matter what the result is. It's a long fight. It's a long game. So we have to play the game, and you can see that alone there and the strength of the people coming together. That just shows you what's in the future for Ireland.
Yeah. But that's why we're all doing it. We're all standing up, like, for our children, like, do you know what I mean? That's and our grandchildren, like, do you know? So that's why we're doing it. Like, we're not doing it for the crack of it.
You've grandkids, yeah?
Do you know
not yet. Not yet.
And I always say to people, like, in our name as Irish Freedom Party, we're always fighting for more individual freedoms. We are probably the greatest enemy to any fascist, but they accuse us of being a fascist. This is where I say it literally doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how you can say this. I was like, are people really this dumb in life that it's a vast majority of people that are going, oh, you're a fascist? I was like, we want the opposite of what a fascist wants. I was like, and you're calling us the fascists. Like,
well, all you have to do is Google Fine Gael 1933 and you'll see who the fascists really are.
Yeah, the Common Gael, the Blue Shorts, and someone else formed Fine Gael, and they were actually a fascist party, so they wanted to.
On a lighter note, I'm going to give Jerry Hutch a plug here. I'm going to show his video here. This is funny. This is good. So let's go with this.
A land that has never known freedom. Only her rivers run free. I drink to the death of her manhood. Those men who would rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back their rights were denied. Where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snow?
he's got a mop up votes.
Listen, he will take a lot of votes from Malachy. Him and Malachy number 1 and number 2, I think. He'll be Mary Lou must be shitting herself. I'm telling you.
The only 2 people that deserve a vote there are certainly Malachy. I believe Malachy should get that number 1. Look, the way Malachy speaks, when you're comparing it to the Monk in his interviews, and I'm not putting him down because I want Mary Lou out to fuck, more than anyone else. But Malachy deserves a seat, regardless of whatever else happens.
Yeah, we actually have to, as nationalists, unfortunately, I don't believe Jerry Hutch will be on the side of nationalists. From my
I'd agree with Glen, and even the song choice. Depending on how deeply you want to look into things. I don't know, do people think about that? Like, fucking Christy Moore is not a nationalist.
Christy Moore is not a nationalist.
No. I mean, listen, great fucking music. Great music. But
and the man he looks up to is a communist as well. So, I mean, his ideology is more in line with, like, Big for Profit or, sock dams, wherever. I don't care. But I think it should be well spread about throughout nationalists in the country that Jerry Hutch is not going to be friendly towards the nationalist movement. That's just my opinion.
Just on,
in fairness, I thought he would have been, but I just heard a few interviews here and there.
Yeah.
And I went, oh Lord, this is not good for us. So he's actually a threat to the nationalist movement.
Look, I think he is. I think he's put in there because Malachy would be dangerous in the Dáil. And I think that's why he's getting a plug on the mainstream media and why you're seeing so much of him. And this is the guy coming in. I could be wrong, but Malachy is deserving in the Dáil. That's the only way of looking at it. Yeah.
Well, 100%. You look at Malachy. Malachy is the face of the Says No movement. You know what I mean? Malachy has been there from the word go. I remember standing with Malachy on the first night in East Wall, and like Malachy has been doing that before East Wall. He's been fighting for different things all through his life. You know what I mean? I think Malachy is the man that needs to get in there. And maybe, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to call Anton on Gerard Hutch. He needs to get his hair cut, but to be honest with you.
Yeah. Just in terms of Christy Moore, that song is not Christy Moore's song, by the way. That's such a really good song. It's an old Irish song. I think the Wolf Tones sang it before Christy Moore.
Yeah. I believe it's the Wolf Tones too.
It's a great song, but poor old Christy, not poor old Christy. Christy sold out.
Malachy is the right candidate. Hutch is a distraction. Very suspicious. All the publicity he is getting. Okay, people are saying that, but let's be honest. If Mr. Kinahan came from Dubai and went to running the elections, he'd get exactly the same publicity as far as I can see. You know what I mean? But he is getting a lot of it. Somebody asked earlier what I thought of the 3 interviews that he done with your woman from Sunday World. I don't know. You know what I mean? He sat down very quick and did these interviews. You know what I mean? He could have come on here and done an interview with us. You know what I mean? It would have been much better for him. You know what I mean? But no immigrants with miles of Christie's pad. Yeah, the Wolf Tones. You were right there, lads. Yeah. But there's a lot of mixed feelings about Jerry Hutch and what's going on here and the media he's getting and the whole lot. Like, nobody else is on RTE. Nobody else is in the papers. Yeah. Well,
you have to think of who will actually, everyone's saying 1 or 2 and all this kind of thing. Who will fight for you in the Dáil, articulately, intelligently? Who will bring policies to the table? You have to think that way, you know, and that's Malachy. That's the way you have to look at it. And you have to look at that with independents too. Do independents have policy? You want to get in and look, vote nationalist 100%, but just make sure you're not voting for your best friend. Vote for who needs to get in there. Vote for Ireland. That's it, Yeah.
Lads, we're smashing this here. We're up to 2,000 now and we've half an hour left. So keep sharing this out everywhere. Share it to all the platforms. Let's get over the 2,500 mark if we can tonight. Fair play to everyone.
Paul, I just sent you a photograph there of a very important supporter that's given a number 1 vote.
Okay, this is funny.
Did anyone think of giving Donna O'Loughlin a shout to come up on the space as well?
I send her on the link there if she wants to come on. Doran.
Yeah, see if she can come on there.
Yeah. I'm on the call here with the phone, so as soon as I go to do anything, I'm getting cut off. Just because it's the last show before the election and stuff, we should really have as many candidates on as we can, I believe.
Yeah.
And you know what I will say? Do you know what is absolutely brilliant about IFP that I really, really like about IFP? we're all supporting each other. Like we're all, you know what I mean? Like saying, please vote for whoever it is. And just showing huge support. And like, even if some of us don't get in next weekend, we're all going to be delighted if somebody else gets in, from the party. Like, we'll be absolutely thrilled. And I think that's really important as well. Just shows solidarity and, what good friends we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, I'm praying for every single one of you guys, just so you know. We're in this together,
had you
guys.
The rosary beads out there, Doran? Had you the rosary beads? Had you the rosary beads out there?
I always have the rosary beads, Orla. I'm praying to baby Jesus the whole time.
Yeah, of course you do.
Look, Hermann, always within arm's reach.
There's someone asking for.
Get out the holy water.
There's someone asked for John Oakes.
Yeah. John Oakes.
I don't know if he ever comes on this or if he has a phone. Send it on to him so I'll see what happens. Look, we have 20 minutes.
Yeah, John Oakes is a very intelligent man, but he's probably withdrawn from social media and stuff like that. He can get out of the doors and he knows a lot of people and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I sent it on to Gavin as well to come on if he wanted it. He's
probably
busy.
Gavin, yeah. What about Barry Ward?
Barry's very quiet. Barry doesn't like to be talking to anyone, But he got a good mention there on on that video. I'm going to play that video before the end again. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, but look, this is. I think this is a historic vote. Like I've heard a few people saying this. Look, everyone knows. Everyone who's half awake realizes that the media and the establishments have gone rogue completely. We've record homelessness. There's people in tears at the door. If you're a candidate now, you're knocking on doors. It's really an upsetting day. Now, it's a good day to go and meet people, but the stories are here. People, cancer patients. I went to a disability school in Athy this week, and there was a young woman there, and she's only a very young woman. She was waiting 2.5 years for a tumour surgery. She worked in the local shop, and they're only allowed to work for up to 14 hours on a disability contract. She got a few more hours handed to her because her mother's a single mother to do her best. The government are coming after her for $2,500, chasing her down. Like, there's stories out there which sicken you. People are terrified. There's no speech and languages. There's no autistic services. And I will say, and I said this earlier, that our party has... you can look at a multifaceted range. Like, we will be pulling that government funding towards these essential services. That has to be done. There's so much government corruption and wasteful spending, and you don't have to go far. And we can all talk about the mobile pods. We can talk about the personal trainers, the security huts, all of that stuff. Bike shed, of course. The money is there, and they're not giving it to the people, and people are angry. People are very sad. There's a lot of people who have been felt pushed aside. So people need to get out there. If they can take a clip out of this, they need to know how corrupt this government is. Well, I've been saying as well, people keep saying my grandfather voted Fianna Fáil, and I'm going to vote Fianna Fáil, but I'll give you a number. I said, sorry, stop voting for your parents, stop voting for your grandparents, vote for your kids. That's what it has to be. Because they won't live in this country. There'll be nothing here for them. There already is nothing here for them. So we need to sort this out. Everyone needs to stand up and sort this out and forget about the past.
Yeah.
I have to say, down in Galway as well, it's very hard to emotionally to deal with some people, because I've met nurses, I've met carers, and they're nearly in tears at the door to you. They're having nervous breakdowns, and they're telling you they're basically lack of services. Girls working down the hospital, they actually had one girl I was talking to had to take the day off work because she was having a total nervous breakdown. She couldn't face going back there because the conditions are that bad, And I'm literally 90% of what I'm getting at the doors is the health system, and through all the sectors of it. And that is my main thing I'm getting in Galway, I have to say.
I've been saying that all along.
I'm just seeing a post here, from Ken Donnelly. Curious here, I see Ben Gilroy has been doing lives endorsing candidates while they're out canvassing. Is there any reason why he hasn't endorsed anyone from IFP? Okay, well, he didn't endorse me because 2 weeks ago Hermann got a call. Hermann rang me and told me Ben's secretary rang him, not Ben himself. Ben was too busy. Now, I don't know what Ben was doing. And the secretary said, Ben won't be running in Dublin Bay North, but he will be endorsing Michael Burke. And as I said to Hermann, I said, who's Ben Gilroy? I said, it's not as though he's Donald Bladen Trump. You know what I mean? Endorsing people. I know Ben has done some great work over the years and the whole lot, but endorsing people, like, you know what I mean? Come on. I don't think I need Ben's endorsement. Like, I'm not looking for Ben's endorsement either. Like, you know what I mean? But he did a thing up at Crown Paints the other day with Michael, and not once did he speak about the illegal immigration into the country. That's what Crown Paints was all about. You know what I mean? To stop the illegal immigration into the country. So I don't know why. Ben used to be IFP. Ben started off as IFP. So I don't really know whether he has a bee in his bonnet for IFP, but he hasn't endorsed any of our candidates. But hey, are we worried? I don't really think so. You know.
But it's a pity he came in so late as well. Like, I mean, he's thrown a candidate in to Carlo Kilkenny, like, literally last week. Like, I don't understand why you would come in so late. Do you know what I mean? And throw in candidates. Like, you wouldn't mind so much if there was an area where there was no candidate or maybe one candidate, but like, isn't there somebody running like in other areas in Dublin as well, and he's throwing candidates in there?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, Kevin Monaghan as well. Well, we have Val Martin, and there's another 2 nationalists there, and now he's throwing another one in. Like, get back into it. That's back into the local elections and vote splitting.
There you go. Absolutely love Orla. Great to listen to. You get my number 1, but I'm in Dublin, so Paul's my number 1. That's actually
that's okay. That's thanks so much.
I was going to take that question, Paul.
You're number 1. That's okay.
Which question is it?
This here. Just want to address any serious questions coming up. Birth rates keep declining. Throwing money at it won't solve this. You need cultural engineering. How will nationalists actually address the challenges of a shrinking population without immigration? So you can do that. Like, you can't attack. Like, these things are big. Like, what has happened in this country can't be understated, really. Like the destruction. There's mass emigration. People are leaving. You can do this by tax incentives. You can do this by good policy when you're narrowing it down. So we did sit down with teachers and nurses and said, what would keep you within this country? And wrote bills got passed at the Ardèche, mobility systems, incentivizations for consecutive services. So you can do these things by extending, like, there's plenty of examples I'm going to break through. Extending the help to buy to existing homes, not just new homes. You know, making life that little bit easier. The homemakers bill that we brought in, the Ardèche, giving family, either parent, 400 to 450 to stay at home, and to cut down on fuel, cut down on childcare, to push affordable family life again. These things can easily be done. Even if you said, let's do it for 5 years for this term, and we'll recheck the stats on inflation after that. And if it hasn't got any better, then we continue it. But there's plenty of tax incentivations that can help this.
More children you have as well. The Irish Freedom Party wants to put taxes on those that have at least 3 children. So you will pay either no tax or very little if you have 3 children in your family, and that will cause the population to stabilise. A tree, it's usually bought as a 2.7, which is stable or something like that. 3, if we hit 3, it'll start to go up, and you can stabilize it from there. And also to increase re-immigration for people to return home. Anything, anyway, to seduce. Is that the word I'm looking for? Or entice people to return. Anything.
You do that through. You just do that through taxation. Those coming back into the country that have, we'll say, made some money outside the country, you can actually let them live tax free for a certain period of time until they're back on their feet. We'll say they've got a house under their arse, and you know what I mean. They have steady employment. All these issues, and you know what the best thing is, the money is there. The money is there.
That is it. That is it.
6.3 billion that can be taken off a lot of organisations. There is huge amounts of money that can, just another one. A nationalist government, and this is probably the first time this has been said. If we get a nationalist government, I intend to recoup every single penny the people, the unscrupulous entities and businesses that have taken the taxpayers' money to make fortunes out of IPAS people. All that money has been taken back. Those people are going to be punished because there's probably 50 to 100 nearly billionaires now in the country that have made money out of buying up properties and renting them to the government. All of that money is being taken back off you. So run now while you still have a chance.
Yeah.
Someone is saying there, bring back our own people who are better trained than what is coming in. And it's true. We do need to bring back our nurses, but there's no incentive here to have them here. I done a little video earlier.
It's the hours they're expected to do here. Like. It's shocking, like, you know, they can go down to Australia or go out to Canada to do a 39-hour week and they get a better pay. Of course they're going, you know. I don't see why they can't give them proper hours here. You know, the whole health sector in Ireland needs a full diagnostics. It needs a full carer burnout assessment on an annual basis to inform government policy. It's the only way you're going to fix it. And it's going to need a constant reassessment because it's a constant evolving situation. And all the sectors are broken down. There's like missing spokes in all the sectors. None of it's working. And the only way we're going to get any handle on that healthcare sector, I've been talking to nurses, doctors, psychiatric nurses. I've been talking to carers. I've been talking to social care workers. And the only way to actually fix it is with a nationwide carer burnout assessment through the whole sector. And that's going to identify all the issues and all the components that are missing to make the system work. And you're going to need a good team involved in that. And if you put a good team in place to do that, you will be able to get some handle of the healthcare sector. And you'll also be saving money because there's lots of money being just wasted in healthcare sector that's not actually being put into the right places, you know. And it's quite shocking, and it needs to be done. Any established country, and most established countries, do actually carry out a carer burnout assessment for their health system, you know. And we really need that in Ireland. I don't see us fixing it without it, you know. I just don't see us ever fixing it without doing that. That's the number one, step one, like, you know. It's no different to getting a diagnostics done on your car. You bring it to the garage, he plugs it in, he identifies the problem, he fixes your car, job done, walk away. And our health sector needs that through every sector for it to actually function, you know. And there's no point in shying away from it. It's step one to fixing the system. If you don't take that step, you're literally wasting money throwing it at it, you know. And the sooner people realise that in the health sector, that's what it needs. I've talked to people in there that have 20, 25, 30 years experience in the sector, and they're saying that the whole thing should nearly just be scrapped and start again. It's that bad. You know, and you have to believe them, like, you know. It's
just on that comment you put up there from Owen. Best of luck with the operation, Owen, and we really look forward to welcoming back Owen Weena in a week's time.
Yeah.
And I just look at Dublin Bay North.
I just want to say as well to Owen, I just want to give Owen a shout out for coming down a couple of days ago, all the way from Cork, to give me a hand with my posters. So thank you very much. This is what the IFP is all about, helping each other out.
Dublin Bay North, 1, massive deportation of illegal immigrants. Number 2, sort out the housing crisis. And number 3, reopen the Blacker. The Blacker was a pub in Coola called the Black Sheep. It was a great pub with flowers now. Reopen the Blacker. Yeah, now we have a fair play to you.
Sorry, just a curious question. Someone said, who should I vote for in Laois? Is that Elaine? Is Elaine in Laois?
Elaine Mullally, number 1.
Yeah, vote for Elaine in Laois. I've talked to one of our canvassers and they're out, I think, 24/7. So
yeah, they've done a huge amount of work. Yeah, I'd be talking to Barry most days, and they're doing Trojan work.
Someone's asking where's Hermann Kelly tonight. He's at the texting me there now. He's going to come on for the last few minutes just to have a chat. So we've 15 minutes left. So
any word from Gavin?
No, Gavin must be busy. He must be
inviting Hermann, leader of the IFP. He's not welcome here. Only the members are.
No
chairman, no president, no vice chairman.
Well, the vice chairman is here, isn't he? So yeah. So
I'm Glen. You know, I'm a man of the people.
Yeah, we're all men of the people and women of the people.
I would say that Elaine Mullally as well. Her team have been very good with issuing advice of what's been working. I think they've been very good to other nationalists and people in other parties. That just shows, you know, we've always been talking about this, you know, endorsing each other, and you know, it's great to see. So fair play to her. She's running a sterling campaign. I have to say, she's going to get a seat, and if she doesn't, that needs to be checked, you know, because she's doing fantastic.
Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. Like as I said, I'd be talking to Barry most days, like, and he's been great with giving me tips and all this. But we're all helping each other out. Like I'm keeping an eye on Elaine's posters down here, and I sent a friend of mine, Darren Brennan, over to give her a hand as well. And you know, but that's what we should be doing. True nationalists should be supporting each other. It's as simple as that. Because we have I say this all the time, we have a far bigger enemy to be fighting. And if nationalists are not supporting each other, then step aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like we just had in the chat there, snakes and traitors. We don't need them.
Jerome Reedy, I speak for Herman when I say best of luck, Patriots, all over there. Yeah. Best of luck to everyone. Listen, this is our last show, but we might do a show midweek. If we
but you
can,
know what?
just
We might actually, this time next week, we might have a candidate here. Like an actual TD, like not a candidate, sorry, like an actual TD.
We could have 4, we could have 5. Wouldn't that be great?
There you go.
Days. Yeah, maybe more.
Will I have to bow?
No,
yes,
no.
Martin, yes. And courtesy, yes.
I'll settle for Mr. McMahon then, Martin.
I'm gonna bring the leader in here now.
Okay, Doran. I'll just use as many times as I can.
Hang on.
Careful now, or I'll be texting Shane.
Hello there, Herman. We have the leader. Hello, Herman. How are you?
Everybody back in their best behaviour.
We're always on our best behaviour.
The fun is over.
God. We're now seeing how we're all going to be addressed next week if some of us get in.
You missed the crack yesterday. It was absolutely, we were laughing. So we were in this, there's a big estate. So the kind of well-known Mehaven and Moore used to be kind of Provo, Sinn Féin Central in Dundalk, right? And across the way and a little bit up the road is a big estate, working class estate called the Bay Estate. And I think, how many were we? 5. Was it 5? So it was 5 people canvassing yesterday, right? And I met this old guy, 82. He says, "You're the first party that's been in here canvassing. Nobody has come in here at all, right? It's a big estate." And about an hour after that, Teresa, one of the canvassers, heard this woman was on the phone. Oh, wow, in a bit of a panic on the phone. Hey, freedom party, Bay Estate, quickly. About 2 hours later, there's a shop up there at. I had to go and leave leaflets to people up in Cooley Peninsula, and I came down, and I drove in. There's a shop there in the Bay Estate, and there was. I swear to God, it was like Reservoir Dogs. It was like there was a dozen Sinn Féin ones there, leafleteers, including the TD Rory O'Murrow. So they obviously rang up headquarters in a panic and sent down the hit squad. There was 12. After a man saying no party had come into the Bay Estate, and they sent down 12 leafleteers, including the TD. Must have been a big panic at headquarters. But anyway. Today, I think there was 7, 8. So we finished off Mehaven and Moore, which is a big working class estate in Dundalk, quite well known. And then estates on up from Mehaven and Moore. And you know what? When you have 5, 6 people just doing leafleting, you can cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. It's incredible.
It's true. I was in Sherlock today.
Everybody has to stop talking. We have to go back to that comment there. Why am I a fudge?
Yes.
It could have been
my chocolate bars. Doran would be a whisper, Glen would be a fudge, and Paul would be a lion.
Fudge cracker, is it?
Hey, no, he didn't call you a Twix.
Yeah.
That's Senator John McMahon. Actually, I did comment out. I was interviewed by Dundalk FM on Friday. And I says, well, at least I've never shoved a Twix up a man's ass, and or try to beat up anybody in the street.
Somebody shouted, "Hi Herman, hope all is well." And that was me beeping at you and RD in the white Jeep a few weeks ago on the motorway. You were out with flying. Keep it up.
Yeah. I tell you what, there's a lot of people there supporting me. I met there today. I'm not kidding. It's funny. There's one guy I met. He was at the place opposite Mehaven and Moore, and there's a van, there's a few kids inside, and he was talking to me. Herman, I didn't recognize him, but once he said, "How's your fishing rod? Did you get your fishing rod fixed?" So what happened there during the summer? I snapped the top of my fishing rod, right, and I was in a second-hand car, not a second-hand car, car parts, car breakers, and I was looking for a few car aerials to get fixed. So this guy, I know who you are. Oh yeah, I've been to a few of your rallies. So he gave me these 2. He went and had a look and gave me 2 car aerials to put inside these fishing rods. and that was the guy that I met there today. So there's a few people out there. I think I'm going to get a decent vote, and it will be building on the local election candidates, because we had 3 candidates there in the local elections in Louth. One got 5%, one 5.2, and one 5.7. If I can push that up, given in the general election, unlike the local election foreigners can vote. In the general election, only Irish citizens can vote. So if I can push that up to 8%, we're all in clover.
We're all in, yeah, exactly, yeah. But you're getting a good reception up there. That's the main thing.
Yeah, very good reception. And you know what?
Getting it. Yeah.
One thing is, tell me about your experience. And my experience, I haven't seen any, apart from the Shinners out there on Friday, was it? Apart from that, I haven't seen anybody out.
I'm going to be honest. Any doors I knocked at today, I must have knocked at 500 doors today. I had 2 people with me today, and everybody told me nobody is knocking at the doors. Your man Tom Barbazon is going around. As I said, he had 12 doing leaflets the other night and just dropping the leaflets in. They were not knocking on doors. And people were shaking me hand, you know. At least you're the first person that knocked on the door. And I'm a firm believer, if somebody knocks on your door and gives you that time, you will get their vote, you know.
We've heard this at the doors as well. You're the only one. I was in Monasterevin. Someone asked me where I am this week. I was in Monasterevin. I'll be there tomorrow evening again. Someone said, you know what, you'll get my vote because you're the only one that knocked on my door. And I've heard that over the last few weeks. I have seen canvassing teams out, but no candidate. That's a really big thing to show. They can throw money and get people to go out there, and they've destroyed this country and they know well. So they don't want to go near the doors. But we're all hitting the doors.
Yeah, I think it's
lads. Just for a second, we're at the smashing it here tonight. Look at this, 2,600 live viewers. This is amazing, lads. Fair play, share everywhere.
Like my estate here, the only crowd that has come around my estate is the TDs. You know, the current TD that's here, and like that, the canvassing team, that's who was out. No candidate, no candidate like that's what would make such a difference, because we are knocking on doors.
People are just asking there. People are just asking, is there an Irish column show during the week before Friday? Only joking, Glen. Martin, don't be calling Glen a Twix. I think we will. I tell you, right, we might do a show on Wednesday. We might see can we get a show done on Wednesday just before the election. I'll see can I get a few people on.
Well, Martin was saying we'll do a live one for the tally count on Saturday. Look, all the candidates will be in the count centre.
Yeah,
so
I'll host it.
And we'll come in and out on our phones. We'll see how we're getting on.
Would Thursday evening be a good idea for a show?
Or on this?
What you can use this if you want. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever.
This or spaces. Yeah, it depends on coverage. We could actually run both at the same time.
Exactly.
Thursday evening could be a good time as well to hold a space, because I think at 12 o'clock on Thursday we have to stop canvassing, so we could all get together on Thursday evening before the vote. And
we could do this on Thursday evening if you want, from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, that's no problem. We could do this. You know, well, I'm going to be canvassing right up until 8 o'clock, so. Yeah, from either 9 o'clock or whatever, we can go on this for 2 hours and we can do whatever we want. You know what I mean? Should
you know what? The reception, I don't know, or is it kind of bullying ourselves? But the reception you get when you're talking to people is very good. There's only a few times there, may having a more, you can see that there's a pattern that a few people will come to the door. No, have the leaflet back, please, and just say no worries, thank you very much. But it was so similar in the 3 instances. I would suspect that they've been either whatever party it is. I suspect Sinn Féin. They've all been told they do this. That's a benefit. That's what Irish Freedom Party likes. We, unlike the Shinners, like the benefit of having a paramilitary wing. The party discipline is very good. Yeah, but I think they're all told to do the same. It's just a bit too similar to just to be random. But look, in working class estates, I find generally in Louth here, the reception is very good. It's more difficult work in kind of, I call it the kind of car test. If you have 3 cars, very little chance. No car, 1 car, very good chance of a vote. 2 cars, getting difficult. 3 cars, give up hope all who enter here, like, you know.
If they're electric, you've no chance at all, like, you know what I mean?
It's an electric. If you three electric cars in the drive, you can forget it, guys. For sure.
Yeah.
But I think there's a definite class element in it. I think in regard to support, like, you know.
Yeah.
I think the litter on Tugon that went out as well was great for the publicity, because I was out and people were like, "Oh, we've kind of heard you," or every like fourth or fifth person would say they've heard of us. And then I was out there on Friday, and my litter on Tugon obviously went out because everyone had heard of me. And I was wondering, geez, how come everyone's heard of us? You know, and I went home and I seen the litter on Tugon in my own mailbox, like, so. I think that is the best advertisement we could have done.
Yeah.
The litter on Tugon.
You know what? You should get the litter and you should frame it and put it up in the line room.
Yeah.
Along with your confirmation pictures.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
Out the 16, so I've got 10 of them so far, and I might actually frame them for the crack. Do you know?
People have been saying to me about the late litter on Tugon. I'd rather it come out Monday or Tuesday, because people are just throwing them in the bin. Whereas if one comes in on its own, they might just read it. You know what I mean? That's the way I'm thinking, you know. Lads, we've a minute and a half left, so I'm going to start dropping you down. And
Paul, just in case, for the very last time, where is everyone running?
I'm running Dublin Bay North. Hermann is running in Loud. You're running Orla, Donohoe, Carlow, Kilkenny. Doran, McMahon, Galway West. Councillor Glen is in Dublin Midwest. Anthony Casey is in Kildare South. And Martin is just likes to run. He's doing minutes to midnight. So I'm going to drop you all down there now, right? Yeah. So I'll talk to you in a while if needs be, okay? And then I'll just finish off. Orla, I'll talk to you in a bit. Glen, thank you very much, as usual. It's been a pleasure. Martin, it's been a pleasure as well. Thank you very much, my friend. Doran, thank you very much. I'll leave you down below there and I'll talk to you in a bit. And Hermann, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Cheers, mate. And Anthony Casey, thank you very much. I'll give you 10 seconds there. I hope your dad's good, and tell him we were all asking for him.
Appreciate that. Thanks very much, Paul. And look, guys, please just get out and vote. We have to do it. Share this to everyone you know. It'll be on YouTube. Go ahead.
Cheers, Anthony. And I'll just make myself bigger here. Well, as everyone said, we need to get out and vote. And what I say every Sunday night is, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.